But I'm asking specifically about David Headley, who visited India from the US at least 9 times between 2006 and 2009. And if there had been some prior information about the information that America had on David Headley, he could have been put on a watch list and maybe 2611 could have been prevented. So clearly, the policy that you're talking about doesn't seem to have been fully implemented in this case, sir.
Actually, I think you're wrong on that. The United States was sharing information. The Washington Post story that you mentioned in your prior question, they say that they have evidence and facts that show that at least 3 times, but on numerous occasions, the United States was sharing sensitive intelligence with the government of India prior to 2611.
Specifically on David Headley?
Specifically on 2611 and sharing information.
No, but I'm coming to David Headley.
Let me finish your question. Not only were they sharing information regularly with the government of India, what more could the United States do to show this cooperation and to show how unusual and unprecedented it is than to actually share David Headley with the government of India?
The other thing that is of concern to India is about America's attitude towards Pakistan. Now, we've seen with the WikiLeaks expose, and I'm again referring to claims being made in the United States as opposed to India's understanding of these issues, that ISI-backed generals have been propping the Taliban to stage attacks on American targets in the United States. This is something your field commanders have been reporting back to Pentagon. But despite that, America seems to either be unable or unwilling to clamp down, to really cut that umbilical cord. Why has that not happened, sir?
Well, again, I think you need to report all the facts in these stories. First of all, there's a new book on Obama's war by one of our really interesting reporters, Bob Woodward. And he has the president quoted in this book as sitting down in the White House in the spring of 2009 with the leader of Pakistan, Mr. Zardari. And he says to him, in quotes in the book, Mr. Zardari, we will not be part of any kind of military buildup against India. Let me be perfectly clear about that. So here's the President of the United States saying to the leader of Pakistan, we have strategic interests with both countries, and you're not going to be part of any kind of buildup against India. Secondly, let's be clear about how direct the President and the Secretary of State and the National Security Advisor, General Jim Jones, have been about Pakistan's problem. They have called it a cancer within Pakistan. They have encouraged Pakistan to address this challenge more directly. They have been very blunt about making sure that Pakistan they're better able to concentrate and focus and fight this effectively. This is something that I think the United States and India share this common outcome in a more stable and less fragile Pakistan.